How much were you having to hide it, for lack of a better word, while you were in WWF? Obviously, they knew about it, but
Yeah.
were you having to hide it? And were you now in the indie scene? You're like, I don't have to hide anything.
Yeah. So I was supposed to be hiding it in
Right.
WWE, but the reason they all knew about it is because even if I thought I was hiding it, it was you know what I mean? I was just hiding it from me. I was the only
Yep.
one I was fooling. Everybody else could see clearly. I could see clearly now the rain is gone.
Mhm. What
Prince
can you see?
McDivitt and right. Prince McDivitt, sunshiny day. Dang, I got on with it after the Prince McDivitt line. I kind of went
You
on with it.
did. You
Um,
did.
I have no idea what we're doing. This is my favorite show so far. I'm not even kidding. I'm having a blast.
Well, buckle up. They're all gonna be like
Fuck.
this from now on. I can't control you like Ryan did. We're
Okay.
having fun.
Okay, good.
Hiding your addiction. Did you feel in the indies? Hey, I'm
Oh,
gonna
well, yeah,
all out.
then it was Katie bar the door, and it was like it was almost what people expected. You know what I mean? Until they
Yeah.
saw me that way, and it was like, oh, bless his heart.
It wasn't a fun deal to hang out
No,
with
no,
them.
no, no,
Okay.
no. You didn't. Hey, look, and then it turned into, okay, well, I'm just going to do it in my room, which then's even worse, kind of, because now you're just isolating and you only kind of come to a little bit to go outside and to go do something, accomplish
Yeah, it's
whatever you
not a
need to.
social thing
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah. Go and so it's yeah, it got bad, and the Indies made it worse, and it's not their fault. Look. I don't blame anybody for any of my active addiction. That was a decision I made to start. It was too late once I figured out to stop
Yeah.
until I was sick of living that way. You know what I mean? Because I kind of liked it. It was like my blankie. We're talking a lot about recovery today, and that's cool. I don't
Yeah.
mind that at all. But that's just where my mind keeps going, I guess.
All right. Well, let's go.
I was supposed to do another event with them in Las Vegas, I believe, but I was in jail and I literally
Oh,
watched while I was in jail with all the in the squad bay with all the other incarceratees. And we watched the commercial come on for IWA pay-per-view, and there I was promoted on there, and I was like, "Yep, not gonna make that one." And to this day, I think I might. I'm not going to say it out loud,
uh-oh.
but I might owe them some money.
Okay. Sure. It was an
I mean, we
appearance deal.
can come up with a payment plan, dog. I can put 5 on it. Um,
Once this Fergal shirt takes off, we'll send
yeah,
them all the
yeah, yeah, we're going to
proceeds.
pay everybody back, Jack.
Where did anybody notice you? You're in jail and the promo's on. Is anybody
Oh,
looking
yeah,
over going,
yeah, yeah,
wait,
yeah.
wait,
Well, look,
what?
everybody knew it. I was in jail in Milton, Florida.
Oh,
I'm from Gulf Breeze, which we played Milton and football and all that. So
oh,
my family's lived here my whole life. I've lived here my whole life and career. So it was the big white guy with braids. It was common knowledge
yeah.
who I was when I got in there.
Hard to miss. You do an interview with Alex Marvez, now with AEW, regarding your issues with drugs at the time. Why did you feel at that point, hey, I need to address these in public?
To be quite honest, I don't remember that. And had
Well,
I wouldn't have addressed them in public. But I don't know who Alex Mervlacy is, and I don't remember doing that interview.
really?
But I didn't mean I didn't do it.
Um, well, in the
I don't
interview,
remember a lot of things I did.
you brought up how you had found Jesus.
Okay, well that part was true.
What was that? So you don't remember the interview. So I was going to say, what was that process like talking about, hey, I got drug issues.
Yeah.
I
Well,
found Jesus, but
so the truth be told, I found Jesus, or I got saved in the community. I got saved, and still used drugs for a while. So
okay.
it begs, people will
You were
get
still
into
fighting.
a philosophy debate about whether I was saved or not. That's not what I'm going to do here, the wrong venue. But I was going to church and trying to live better, but I was continuing to dabble in drug abuse, and not just drug use, drug abuse. And so it wasn't till later that I got clean that then my real relationship with a higher power, I don't want to make anybody angry, whom I choose to call God, that then my then I formed a relationship with that higher power, and so now it's about for me, it's about spirituality and trying to live in a way that would be pleasing. And for those of you that don't believe, if this was all true, if the Ten Commandments or whatever are all true, like, wouldn't you want to live that way? It's not, doesn't say to do, so there are some stuff in there that say to do harm to others. I believe that's Old Testament. That was more about the law, and the New Testament is more about the love. I don't know why I'm getting on my soapbox here about the Bible, but I do think I want to live in a way that would please God. When I get to the pearly gates, I want him to say, "You did good, kid. You screwed it up at first, but you finished strong." And that's what I hope he says. And if he doesn't, then y'all can all laugh at me.
So, but at this time, you like you said, you probably were saved, but you were you still had your battle going. I mean, it's not a snap your fingers and we're all perfect.
Well, see, that's what I say this in my testimony all the time. I wish that upon baptism, like John the Baptist, when he, you know what I mean, when he baptized Jesus and Jesus came up, everything changed, and that just wasn't the way. I wish it was that way for me. I wish. But the baptism is it's a ceremony. It's symbolic. You know what I mean? I wish it were, I came up out of the water and all my transgressions were washed away. That they were, but I was still sinning, if we're talking about spirituality and religion here. And I'm sorry I took you down that path.
No, this is part of it. This is the run. I mean, that's why we brought it up. You know, that
I just know I know a lot of people don't believe the same way I do, and I'm not trying to preach to them or offend them. I'm just stating my case. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just interesting. We just brought it up. It's an interesting story. Like you said, you don't even remember it because you're battling with these drugs. Meanwhile, you're still talking about Jesus, and you're addressing, hey, I've got issues with drugs, which was the first public deal of, okay, he's
in WWE, WWF at the time, they wanted me to go. Brett Favre had just come out about Vicodin or whatever, and they suggested, hey, why don't you go through rehab and we'll film it and document it and it'll be a big thing. Wow. And at the time, I said, are you crazy? My kids would see that thing. And that's where I was in my head. My kids saw it every friggin' day. You know what I mean? But
it was reality to them.
It was their reality. And had I known that, I would have done that. And maybe that one would have worked. Or maybe not. And I would have had to go on and do what I had to do. But crazy. Steve Kaufman said he just sounds like an AFS exclusive sometimes. I don't know what that even means. It's provocative.
Here's what our crack team back here has found the match of you and CM Punk. So maybe that's an AFS exclusive later.
Wait, is that the match with CM Punk or that the match with Jeff Jarrett?
Now I think he's talking about CM Punk. That might be a bonus show sometime.
Wow. Okay.
We go over the Punk episode. Yeah. All right, let's get to some beautiful bean footage. Okay. First, we're about to get to your debut in TNA. We have the footage from that. We are going to show that.
Awesome.